In this lesson, we'll be talking about Al-Amr wa Nahyu. Imperative meaning positive commands and prohibitive meaning negative commands. Amr means positive command, Nahi means negative command. Now in Arabic, any verb which commands someone to do something is called Amr, and any verb which commands someone not to do something is called Nahi. So an example for Amr, which is an imperative or positive command, would be go read or write. And an example for prohibitive or negative command would be don't do this, don't do it, don't go, don't fear. So all of these would be Nahi. Now remember that in Arabic, Amr and Nahi comes from third person and second person. You don't really need to know this, but I'm just telling you just so you know. Third person Amr and Nahi in Arabic is equal to saying he should do it, or they should do such and such thing, or she should not do that. But we won't be learning Amr and Nahi from the third person in any of these lessons. In these lessons, I'll only be teaching you how to make Amr and Nahi from the second person, which is usually what is meant by command in English, as usual. So first I'll teach you how to make Amr, and then I'll teach you how to make Nahi. First I'll teach you how to make imperative or positive commands, then I'll teach you how to make prohibitive or negative commands. The first thing you need to know is that Amr and Nahi of any verb are both created from their al-fi'l al-mudari'. But the methods of converting fi'l al-mudari' to Amr and converting fi'l al-mudari' to Nahi are different. So that's the first thing you need to know, that Amr and Nahi of any verb are created from al-fi'l al-mudari'. There are three basic steps you need to take in order to convert a fi'l al-mudari' to an Amr. Number one, take the sigha of fi'l al-mudari' which you will be creating Amr from and give it jazm. What that means is that if the sigha's last letter has a dhamma, the dhamma will be replaced by a sukoon, and if it ends with a noon, the noon will be dropped. You probably heard this in the previous video. That's exactly what you need to apply over here. However, as I said before, in jazm, if the dhamma has been there, then the dhamma will be replaced by a sukoon. If it ends with a noon, the noon will be dropped. But the sigha for jama muannath hadir, which is taf'alna, is an exception to this rule. Its noon will never be dropped. The reason I'm not writing these down because I'll show you in the table, as you will see. Also in the case of jama mudhakkar hadir, an alif should be added at the end after dropping the noon. Go back 30 to 50 seconds before and listen to that again. So the first thing is give the fi'l al-mudari's last letter a jazm. The second thing you need to do is remove the harful mudari'. Remove the harful mudari'. In this case, the harful mudari' is ta, because you're going to make from taf'alu, you want to make amr. So the first letter of mudari', which is called harful mudari' as I mentioned in the previous lessons, you need to remove harful mudari', which in this case is ta. So you're going to remove the ta. Once you remove the ta, the sigha will be unreadable because the second letter begins with a sukoon. So when the ta is removed, you can't obviously start up a sentence with a sukoon. So the second thing is remove the harful mudari'. The third thing you're going to do is add a hamza to the beginning. This hamza is going to be known as hamzatul wasl. So you're going to add a hamza to the beginning and give it a kasrah. So those are the three rules. Make sure you keep them in mind. I'm going to give you the examples and teach you using a table. So the first one was give the fi'l al-mudari's last letter a jazm, remove the harf al-mudari', and then finally add a hamza to the beginning and give it a kasrah. Here we have the table of converting a fi'l al-mudari' to amr. As you can see all the way to the left, you see the fi'l al-mudari'un. Taf'alu, taf'alani, taf'aluna, taf'alina, taf'alani, taf'alna. All of these are hadir, they're all second person. When you make an amr, you always make it from the second person of al-fi'l al-mudari'. Taf'alu, taf'alani, taf'aluna, taf'alina, taf'alani, taf'alna. So as you can see, the steps are written over here. The first thing you're going to do is give jazm to the sighas. So taf'alu is going to become taf'al. Taf'alani, you're going to drop the noon. It's going to become taf'ala. Taf'aluna, same thing. You're going to drop the noon. As we mentioned, what happens in jazm. You drop the noon, so taf'aluna becomes taf'alu. Taf'alina, you drop the noon, it becomes taf'ali. Taf'alani, same thing. You drop the noon, it becomes taf'ala. And finally, you have the sigha of jama muannas hadir, taf'alna. And as I told you before, this word is an exception to the rule of dropping a noon, so you're not going to drop the noon. You're going to let it remain as it is. So taf'alna is going to remain as taf'alna. So that's the first step. Give jazm to the sighas. The second thing you need to do is drop the harful mudari'. The harful mudari' in this case is ta. So from taf'al, taf'ala, taf'alu, taf'ali, taf'ala, taf'alna, now you start dropping all the tas. So now it becomes, now you can't really read it. You can't say f'al or f'ala. It sounds weird. So you're going to drop all the tas from taf'al, taf'ala, taf'alu, taf'ali, taf'ala, taf'alna. And in the end, you add a hamzatul wasl at the beginning. So it becomes if'al, if'ala, if'alu, if'ali, if'ala, if'alna. Again, if you want to understand it better, you can go back a few seconds and listen to that again. So those are the three steps. Give jazm to the sigha, drop the harf al-mudari', add a hamzatul wasl at the beginning. This is the same table. This is what you get when you go through the procedure shown in the table before. You get if'al, if'ala, if'alu, if'ali, if'ala, if'alna. So you have to memorize it in this order so you know what amar is. If'al means you, one person, do. If'ala means you, two people, do. If'alu means you, all people, meaning three or more, do. If'ali means you, one person, feminine, do. If'ala means you, two women, do. And if'alna means you, two women, three or more women, or all of the women, do. So make sure you know that when you memorize the translations, make sure you keep that in mind. What's dual and what's plural. Now this is what the table looks like in Arabic. As you can see, on the left, if'al, if'ala, if'alu, if'ali, if'ala, if'alna. So if'al is wahid mudhakkar hadir, meaning it's singular, masculine of the second person. All of them are going to be the second person because they're made from the second person. When you talk to someone, you tell them do this, it's obviously second person. Alright, so now it's time to give you a few examples. Let's say you want to say open. You want to command someone to say open. So you're going to create that word from its fi'lul mudari'. The fi'lul mudari' for opening is yaftahu. So you're going to take the hadir or the second person of al-fi'lul mudari', which is going to be taftahu. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to give a jazm to it. So taftahu is going to become taftah. Second thing you're going to do is take out the ta. So now it's going to become ftah. So it's not really readable at this point. And all the way to the end, you're going to add a hamza. Iftah. So iftah means open. Similarly, for example, you want to say sit. So the word sit in Arabic is made from jalasa. So you're going to take the fi'l al-mudari', which is yajlisu. Obviously, when you take the word from al-fi'l al-mudari', you're going to take from the second person, hadir, which is going to be tajlisu. From tajlisu, the first thing you're going to do is give it jazm. So it's going to become tajlis. Second thing you're going to do is drop the ta, the harf al-mudari'. So now it becomes jlis, which is not really readable from the beginning. And finally you add a hamza. So it becomes ijlis, sit. You want to say hear or listen to what he's saying. Listen. So listen in Arabic is sami'a. The hadir for al-fi'l al-mudari' from sami'a is tasma'u. First thing you're going to do is give it jazm. So now it becomes tasma'. Then you drop the ta. So it becomes sma'. And finally you give it hamza. Isma'. So you can use the same three steps to make an amar out of any verb you want. In this lesson, I'll show you how to make nahi. Now, just like amar, nahi of any verb is also created from the verbs al-fi'l al-mudari', but there's just a slight difference in the method of conversion. And it's much easier to create nahi than it's to create amr. There are only two things you need to do. The first thing you need to do is, as in amr, give a jazm to the sigha of al-fi'l al-mudari, which you're going to be converting to nahi, which means that if the sigha ends with a dhamma, the dhamma will be replaced by a sukoon. If the sigha ends with a noon, the noon will be dropped. And just as in amr, the noon of jama muannas hazir, taf'alna, will be an exception to this rule. Its noon will remain at all times. Also in the case of jama mudhakkar hadir, taf'alu, after you drop the noon, meaning you convert it from taf'aluna to taf'alu, you will add an alif. Now the alif is only going to be added, it's not going to be read. It's not something to be pronounced in this case. So go back 50 seconds, listen to what I said one more time. So that's the first thing. Give jazm, meaning give the last letter sukoon if it has a fatha or dhamma or kasra. If it has a noon, then drop the noon. The second thing you're going to do is, after giving jazm to the al-fi'l al-mudari', just place a la before the word. There's no need to drop the harf al-mudari' like it was done in the case of amr. Just add a la and you're good to go. So either you replace dhamma with a sukoon and add a la, or you drop the noon and add a la. Easy. Oh, and by the way, the la is known as harfun nahi or la an-nahiya. So this is basically the table for the steps I told you in order to convert al-fi'l al-mudari' into nahi. As you can see on the left corner, if you have taf'alu, the first thing you did was give jazm. So taf'alu became taf'al, taf'alani became taf'ala, you dropped the noon. Taf'aluna, you also dropped the noon, it became taf'alu. Taf'alina, also you dropped the noon, it became taf'ali. Taf'alani, again dropped the noon, became taf'ala. Taf'alna, that is jama muannas hazir. And as I told you before, it is an exception to the rule of dropping noon, so you're not going to drop the noon. So taf'alna is going to remain as taf'alna. So that was the first thing, give jazm to the sighas. The second thing you did was add la and nahiya to the beginning. So taf'al turned into la taf'al, taf'ala became la taf'ala, taf'alu became la taf'ali, and then la taf'alu, la taf'ali, la taf'ala, la taf'alna. Very easy, just give jazm, add a la, that's it. Once you're done with the procedure, meaning adding a jazm and then adding a la, this is what you're going to get. So la taf'al means you, one person, don't do. La taf'ala means you two people, you two men, don't do. La taf'alu means you three or more men, do not do. La taf'ali means you one woman, do not do. La taf'ala means you two women, don't do. So la taf'ala and la taf'ala is the same for masculine and feminine. And finally, la taf'alna means you all women, meaning three or more women, don't do. This is the same table in Arabic. La taf'al, la taf'ala, la taf'alu, la taf'ali, la taf'ala, la taf'alna. So it's telling you the name of the sigha in Arabic. Wahid mudhakkar hadir, singular, masculine, the second form, all the way till the end. Very easy, you can take a look at it, you can go on. I'll end the video by giving you some examples of nahi. Let's take the same example we used in amr. For example, you want to say, do not open. So first you're going to take the al-fi'l al-mudari' al-hadir of second person of opening, which is taftahu. First thing you're going to do is give jazm. So taftahu becomes taftah. Second thing you're going to do is add a la, and you have it. La taftah, do not open. Second example, you want to say the same thing. You want to say, do not sit. It's going to become from tajlisu, is going to become tajlis, and from tajlis, you just add a la, it becomes la tajlis. Very easy. Again, third example, sami'a yasma'u. You want to say do not listen. You're going to take the fi'l al-mudari' al-ma'ruf al-hadir, tasma'u, give it jazm, so it becomes tasma', and finally add a la. La tasma'. Now before we go on, there's one more thing you need to keep in mind, and this is related to both amr and nahi. Many times we find amr to be on the pattern of if'al, as in isma. However, this is not always the case. Sometimes it follows the uf'ul pattern, as in unsur. Sometimes it follows the if'il pattern, as in idrib. The reason behind this difference is that the particular vowel pattern of amr and nahi is dependent on the ayn letter of the wahid mudhakkar ghaib sigha of fi'l al-mudari'. The ayn letter of this فعل مضارع واحد مذكر غائب governs the amr in two ways and nahi in one way. Again, the ayn kalima is the middle letter, the one that matches with the ayn of if'al and uf'ul and af'il. For example, in isma, the ayn letter is mim. In unsur, the ayn letter is sad. In idrib, the ayn letter is ra. Now, as I said before, the ayn letter that is there in the al-fi'l al-mudari', it governs the amr in two ways and nahi in one way. The one way where it governs both amr and nahi is the haraka of the ayn letter of amr and nahi. So the haraka has to correspond exactly. So for example, if you see yasma'u, you'll see that the ayn haraka mim has fatha. So likewise in isma, when you convert it to amr or la tasma, it will have haraka as well. If you look at unsur, the fi'l al-mudari' for that is yansuru. Yansuru. So the middle letter, ayn kalima, sad, has a dhamma. So therefore, even in amr and also in nahi, I'm not writing down the nahis, but you have to keep in mind the nahis as well. In nahi and amr both, the middle letter, which is the ayn kalima, will have dhamma. And in idrib, the mudari is yadribu. So in this case, ra, which is the ayn kalima, has kasra. So in amr and nahi both is going to have a kasra. It's going to be idrib. The other way in which ayn kalima of fi'l mudari governs amr is with respect to the hamza al-wasl of amr. If you see the hamza al-wasl over here, these are the hamza al-wasls. You'll notice that in isma and idrib, it has a kasra, but in unsur it has a dhamma. And that's because it's the dhamma, the ayn kalima, which is governing the hamza al-wasl. The thing you need to remember is if the ayn kalima in fi'l al-mudari', if its ayn kalima has either a fatha or a kasra, so in this case, there's a fatha, there's the kasra. If it has a fatha or a kasra, then the hamza al-wasl is going to have a kasra. But if the ayn kalima has a dhamma, as in the case of unsur, then the ayn kalima is going to govern the hamzatul wasl in the way in which it's going to give it dhamma. So as you can see, unsur, the hamzatul wasl is getting a dhamma because the ayn kalima has a dhamma. So in a nutshell, if the ayn kalima has fatha or kasra, the hamzatul wasl is going to get a kasra. But if the hamzatul wasl has a dhamma, if the ayn kalima has a dhamma, then the hamzatul wasl of amr also gets a dhamma.
ذهب يذهب منع يمنع بدأ يبدأ فتح يفتح بحث يبحث سمع يسمع ضحك يضحك عمل يعمل علم يعلم لعب يلعب قبل يقبل طبخ يطبخ حذر يحذر قرب يقرب حزن يحزن هزأ يهزأ فعل يفعل قرأ يقرأ دخل يدخل شرب يشرب إلى سوق مسجد بل صندوق لي نفسك أنفسكم كثيرا نصيحة أمهات مع دمية كرة كلام مرآة مشط لحم حية حيات عقرب عقارب قطة قطط على صراط مستقيم خير أن كل شيء قدير شفاعة قرية قرى صديق فندق فنادق لبن باب بيت مدير جريدة.
Now let's translate some amr and nahi sentences. The first sentence here on the screen is idhab. Idhab is you, singular male, go, because it's on the wazn of if'al, which stands for singular male. Number 2 is la tadhhab. This is the opposite of idhab, which means you, singular male, don't go. Number 3 is la tamna'u. Now this is plural masculine. So plural masculine, and we all know that it's second person, so I'm not going to say you every single time. Just keep that in mind, that all of this applies to second person only, because when you order someone or you tell someone not to do something, you're basically talking to someone else. So it's always second person. This is plural male. Do not or don't stop. Number 4, la tabda'i. La tabda'i is on the wazn of la taf'ali, which is singular female. Don't start. It comes from the root word bada'a, which means to start. Number 5, iftahi. Iftahi comes from the root word fataha, which means to open. It's on the wazn of if'ali, which is singular feminine. Open. Number 6, la tabahathna. Bahatha yabhathu means to search for something, to find, to search for something. La tabhathna is on the wazn of la taf'alna, which is plural feminine. Plural feminine. Don't search. Number 7 is la tasma'u. Now la tasma'u is from the root word sami'a, which means to hear, to listen. La tasma'u is on the wazn of la taf'alu, which is plural masculine. Don't listen. Number 8, idhaku. That comes from the root word dhahika, which means to laugh. Idhaku is on the wazn of if'alu, which is again plural masculine, except that it's amr. Idhaku, laugh. Number 9, i'malu. Same format, same structure. If'alu, except it's from amila, which means to work. So again, it's plural masculine, and it means work or do something. Number 10 is isma'a. Again, that's from the root word sami'a, which means to hear, to listen. Isma'a is on the wazn of if'ala, which is dual masculine. Listen or hear. Number 11, i'lama. Same as before, except it's from alima, which means know. So it's dual masculine. Know. Number 12, la tal'aba. The root word for la tal'aba is la'iba, which means to play. La tal'aba is on the wazn of la taf'ala, which is dual masculine. Don't play. Now let's move on to some English sentences, translate them to Arabic. Number 1 is don't go, plural male, to the market, but go to the mosque. Number 1. Now here, go is dhahaba. Bring the nahi from dhahaba for don't go, plural masculine. La tadhabu, on the wazn of la taf'alu. La tadhabu to the market. To is ila. The market is as-suq. Remember that any word that comes after ila or any harf jar gets a kasra in the end. So ila suqi, but lakin go, lakin idhabu on the wazn of if'alu. To is ila. The mosque is al-masjid. لا تذهبوا إلى السوق لكن اذهبوا إلى المسجد. Number 2, open, singular male, the box. Open in Arabic is fataha. Bring fataha on the wazn of singular masculine for amr, which is if'al. You get iftah. Iftah The box is الصندوق. الصندوق. افتحي الصندوق. Number 3. Work dual male for yourselves. Work in Arabic is amila. Bring the dual male for amr for amila, and you get if'ala. On the wazn of if'ala, you get i'mala. I'mala. 4 is li, yourselves. Since we're talking to two people, because it's dual male, you say li anfusikuma. I'mala li anfusikuma. Number 4. Don't laugh, plural male, a lot. Laugh in Arabic is ضحك. The nahi for that would be لا تضحك, but from plural male, on the wazn of لا تفعلوا, it would be لا تضحكوا, on the wazn of لا تفعلوا. A lot is كثيرة. لا تضحكوا كثيرا. Number 5. Accept, plural female, the advice of your mothers. Accept in Arabic is qabila. Bring that on the wazn of if'alna, which is plural female for amr, and you get iqbalna. Iqbalna, you, plural female, accept the advice of your mothers. Now advice is the first mudaf. Mothers is the second mudaf, is the mudaf ilayh of advice, and the second mudaf, and then your is the second mudaf ilayh. It's the last mudaf ilayh. So advice of mothers of you. That's how you would put it. And your, in this case, since we're talking to plural female, they will have to be plural female as well. So kunna. Anyways, the first mudaf here is advice. Bring the mudaf first. And since it's the maf'ul of iqbalna, it's going to get a fatha. Iqbalna nasihata. And then you get your mothers. Mothers, the plural for ummun is ummahat. And you want to say your mothers. So ummahatukunna. Iqbalna nasihata. Ummaha. Now is it tikunna, tukunna, or takunna? That's the problem. So we have to keep in mind that ummahat is the mudaf ilayh of nasiha, and mudaf ilayh always gets a kasra. So ummahatikunna. Number 6 is don't, plural male, play with the doll. Play, again plural male, with the ball. So number 6. Play in Arabic is la'iba. Bring that on the nahi of plural male. La taf'alu. And you get La tal'abu. La tal'abu. With is bi. The doll is ad-dumyah. Bid-dumyah. And since ba is harful jar, ad-dumyah is going to get a kasrah on the last letter, which is the round ta. La tal'abu bid-dumyati. Play, plural male, with the ball. Now, la tal'abu is going to be transformed into il'abu, because it's saying play. It's amar now. Il'abu with bi, the ball, al-kura, bil kurati. Again, since al-kura is coming after the ba, which is harful jar, the round ta that comes in the end is going to get a kasrah. Number 7. Listen, singular male, to the speech of Allah. Singular male, listen. Listen is sami'a. Singular male for amar is isma' on the wazn of if'al. So isma', the speech of Allah. Since kalam is maf'ul, it gets a fatha on the meme. Kalam Allahi, and Allah is the mudaf ilayh, so it gets a kasrah. Number 8. Don't, singular female, play with the mirror and the comb. Cook, singular female again, the meat. Play in Arabic is la'iba. The amr, the nahi for la'iba for singular female is la taf'ali. So la tal'abi with the mirror. With is bi, the mirror is al-mir'at. بالمرآة and the comb والمشط والمشط. That's also going to get a kasra because it's connected to the ba, essentially. لا تلعبي بالمرآة والمشط. Cook, singular female, the meat. Cook is طبخة, singular female is if'ali, so you get itbakhi on the wazn of if'ali. Itbakhi. The meat is al-lahma, and since al-lahm is the maf'ul, it's the object which is receiving the action of cooking, is going to get a fatha. Number 9. Be cautious, plural female, of the snake and the scorpion. Being cautious in Arabic is hadira, yahdaru. The amr for hadira for plural female is if'ali, which is ihdari. Ihdari. The snake, al-hayya. And since it's the maf'ul, the object of the sentence is going to get a fatha. Al-hayyata, and the scorpion. Wal-aqrab. Scorpion in Arabic is al-aqrab. And again it's going to get a fatha because it's connected, it's the maf'ul. It's the second maf'ul after al-hayya. Ihdari al-hayyata wal-aqraba. Be cautious, plural female, of the snake and the scorpion. Number 10. Don't, dual female, go near the ball. Play, again dual female, with this cat. Go in Arabic is zahaba. Bring zahaba on the wazn of nahi for dual female. La taf'ala. Dual male and dual female is the same. La taf'ala, la taf'ala, for male and female. It just has to be dual. So go, dhahaba, on the wazn of la taf'ala is la tadhhaba. La tadhhaba, near the ball. The way you will write this or translate it is qaribal. Now the reason it's qaribal and not qaribil or qaribul is because when it's something denoting time, for example, al-yawma, ghadan, then it always gets a fatha. So qariba, near the ball. Al-kurati. In this case, the format is of a mudaf and mudaf ilayh. It's like qarib is the mudaf and al-kurati is the mudaf ilayh. That's why al-kurati is getting a kasra on the last letter. So la tathaba qarib al-kurati, you dual female, do not go near the ball. Rather, play dual female again with this cat. So play is il'aba. That's dual on the wazn of if'ala, whether it's for masculine or feminine. Il'aba with is B. This is hada or hadihi. Cat is qitta. Now remember that since cat is qitta or hirra, whichever one you want to say, since that's feminine, you have to use hadihi, which is feminine, not hada. It has to be in accordance with the word coming after it. So il'aba biha dhihil hirrati or bihadhihil qittati. Now let's translate some Arabic full sentences to English. The first sentence here is La tahzan alayhim. Hazina means to grieve, to be sad. La tahzan is nahi from la taf'al on the wazn of la taf'al, which is singular male. Don't be, or let's say don't grieve. Don't grieve alayhim. It's actually supposed to be upon them, but if you say don't grieve upon them, it would sound weird and awkward in English. So you will say don't grieve for them. This is how you would say it in this context. Number 2 is la tahza'u wa la tadhaku. Now la tahza'u comes from haza'a, which means to mock, and la tahza'u is on the wazn of la taf'alu, which basically is plural masculine. So plural masculine. don't mock or basically make fun of, and likewise لا تضحكوا, same format, same structure, لا تفعلوا, except it's from laugh. So don't mock and don't, again plural masculine, don't laugh. Number 3, افعلوا الخير. افعلوا is do, except that it's plural and masculine. افعلوا, do. الخير is good, so do good. Number 4, اقرأي ولا تلعبي. اقرأي comes from the word قرأ, which means to recite, to read. اقرأي is on the wazn of افعلي, which is for singular female or feminine. Read. ولا and don't, again singular female, don't. لا تلعبي on the wazn of لا تفعلي. لعب means to play, so don't play. Number 5, اعلموا أن الله على كل شيء قدير. اعلموا comes from the word علم, that's the root word which means to know. اعلموا is on the wazn of افعلوا, which is for plural masculine. Know أن الله, that Allah, على كل شيء قدير. على means upon, كل every shay thing, so كل شيء means basically everything. قدير is powerful, so know that Allah is upon everything powerful. If you say it like that, it would sound weird in English, so let's translate it this way. Know that Allah is powerful over, that's ala, everything. Now let's take some more sentences. Number 6 is اقبلوا الشفاعة. قبل means to accept. اقبلوا is on the wazn of افعلوا, so that's amar for plural male, plural masculine. Accept. الشفاعة means the intercession. Accept the intercession. Number 7 is ادخلوا هذه القرية. ادخلوا is on the same format of اقبلوا, meaning on the wazn of افعلوا, except it's from دخل, which means to enter. So again, plural male. Enter. هذه is this. القرية is village or town. Enter this town, or you could say village. Number 8 is اذهبوا مع صديقكم إلى الفندق واشربوا اللبن معه. اذهبوا is from the root word ذهب, which means to go. اذهبوا is on the wazn of افعلوا, which is plural masculine. Go. مع with. صديقكم, that's مضاف and مضاف إليه. The kum is the pronoun, the attached pronoun, or الضمير متصل for plural masculine. Go with your friend, with your, which is again plural and masculine, and صديق is friend. إلى الفندق. إلى is to. الفندق is the hotel. Notice how al-funduq is getting a kasra on the qaf, which is the last letter, because of the ila coming before it, which is harful jar. Go with your friend to the hotel. And ishrabu, drink. Again, plural male on the wazn of if'alu, drink. Al-labana, milk. Ma'ahu, with him. Number 9. افتحوا باب البيت واذهبوا إلى مدير الجريدة. فتح يفتح means to open. افتحوا is on the wazn of if'alu, which is again plural male. They're bringing a lot of plural males here. In fact, all of them are plural male. Open. باب البيت. باب is the mudaf, البيت is the mudaf إليه. Both of them combine to become the maf'ul of افتحوا. So باب البيت, open the door of the house. وَاذْهَبُوا, and again go, which is plural masculine. إلى, to, go to. مدير الجريدة. مدير is مضاف, الجريدة is مضاف إليه, and since مدير is coming after إلى is getting a كسرة. مدير means editor, الجريدة means newspaper. So the newspaper's editor, and go to the newspaper's editor. So there you have it. We completed all of the sentences.